I know Chigs is in here recording this.
No Chid Smooth in here, right? So whatever you say,
you know, Chig gonna have everything up there.
whatever you say, Chid's gonna be on YouTube with it, man.
What more do you want from me? Congratulations. All right, all jokes aside. So, Tyrese is calling out a racist judge in the case with his ex-wife. He says, "We have a racist judge in Atlanta who called my ex-wife and the mother of my child a bitch." Now, that ex-wife is actually Samantha. Tyrese goes on to say, "We tried to get him thrown off the bench. They kept him on, and not only that, they just put him back on my case." And I'm gonna play the clip shortly for you guys. But Tyrese is inviting all media, press, and bloggers. He says, "Meet me at the courthouse at 8:30 a.m. Fathers for a prayer. Please tag all bloggers, press, and media in Atlanta. You guys need to file a Rule 22 motion to be in the actual courtroom with your cameras on IG, FB Live, or the media in itself." Now, I do have to say, please take caution if you are going to actually pull up. I'm sure you guys have all been seeing what's going on in the YSL case. These judges have no rules, and they have zero tolerance and zero patience. So don't get locked up trying to cover Tyrese's case. But here's Tyrese breaking down the situation. Tell me what you guys think about this man. Do you guys believe him or not? Push comments below. Subscribe to my channel, like this video. See you guys later.
Jumped on real quick to discuss an invite. Okay? I got to be back in court about this divorce with Samantha on Tuesday. The address where the court case is going down at is 185 Central Avenue in Atlanta, Georgia. Okay? Fulton County Superior Court. This is me wanting to invite the press and the media, Atlanta Journal, my girl Sharon Reed, all of TMZ, press, blogs, and media. This is my personal invite. Why am I doing this? I want y'all to understand that there is a very big difference in somebody going into a court system as a black man and as a black father who wants nothing more than to maintain his relationship with his children. Whether the marriage or the relationship works out or not, that's between myself and the mother of my child or my ex-wife. But when you have a racist, an obvious, blatant racist, sitting on the stand as a judge, that doesn't sit well with me. There are so many things that have happened with my case, fighting to have them to literally do what's according to the law. Nothing illegal should come in my way, and nothing illegal should go her way. We want to do things according to the law. There is nothing more uncomfortable than someone who knows the law, who knows their rights. So, for all of the press and media, from TMZ to Ebony to Essence, and all of the other mainstream media outlets, you guys know that you have to go online and you have to file what's called a Rule 22. And when you file a Rule 22, when you're a press and a media and you're a journalist from the Atlanta Journal, the New York Times, the New York Post, TMZ, you name it, you are allowed to set up cameras. I don't care if it's your iPhone. I don't care if it's a camera on a tripod. You're able to set up cameras in the courtroom, and you're able to film and document and write down everything that's said and everything that's going on. Now, here are the things that we're going to be discussing. We have a motion for contempt. Samantha is in contempt of court. We're going to be discussing that. We also have a special master's motion for attorney's fees. Okay? We have a special master's motion for contempt. We also have a motion for attorney's fees, okay? Trying to get to the bottom of attorney's fees. Now, I want to explain one little piece about the attorney's fees. Normally, when you're a higher income earner, in the family law, they will say, look, you make more money than your significant other. So financially, she should be allowed to have proper representation and have her legal fees to be paid for too. Here's the problem. I signed a prenuptial agreement, and the prenuptial agreement clearly in all four corners of the document, a total of about 60. We put our signatures on it. We agreed that if we want to argue and go back and forth about the validity of our prenuptial agreement, then we are 100% responsible for paying and covering our own legal fees. That's what the prenuptial agreement states. So therefore, there should not be no discussion about who's paying for legal fees. You follow me? Because the prenup says that if you want to argue about who gets what and what's what, then you're responsible for your own legal representation and you need to pay. Okay? So now, again, I am asking every black father in the city of Atlanta, Charlotte, wherever you are, I also would love to personally invite my brothers, the Fruits of Islam, the Nation of Islam, all of the black men who have dealt with the family law and the court systems forever. I told them very simply, I don't want nothing to be done in my favor because I'm an alpha, because I'm a father, because I'm a celebrity, because I'm a public figure. I don't want nothing to work in my favor for any of those factors. I just want things to be done according to the law. I'm also going to call on my brother, Attorney Benjamin Crump, to join me. I have my lawyer named Tanya Mitchell Graham, who is incredible. It's a black woman who was literally disrespected by this judge. His full name, sitting on the bench, his name is Judge Kevin M. Farmer. M as in Mary. Judge Kevin M. Farmer. We attempted to get this man thrown off the bench. His case was presented to other judges. They read the transcripts. They seen how he handled himself, all of the racist, the fact that we wasn't able to properly present our case. And then he ends up calling my ex-wife a bitch. Yes, he did. He called Samantha a bitch. Yeah, he said this in the private chambers of his office in front of a black woman named Tanya Mitchell Graham, who's my attorney, in front of other black women that work for Tanya Mitchell Graham's law firm. And he was referring to my ex-wife. Now listen, we ain't together no more. We have our share of issues. But I have never referred to the mother of my child as a bitch. I have never referred to the mother of my child or my ex-wife as a bitch. To hear this man, this white man, on the bench wearing a black robe, who is supposed to represent the law, to refer to my ex-wife and the mother of my child as a bitch, why is he still on the stand? So his case to be thrown off is called, we tried to get him recused. We tried to get him thrown off the bench because of his conduct and his unprofessionalism. And then there was a bunch of things pertaining to the outcome of my case that he did that was literally illegal. So I want to invite all of the press and media, the AJC. I want to invite the Fruits of Islam, all of my black men and fathers that represent the Fruits of Islam, the Nation of Islam, my brothers, all of my Christian black fathers that live in the city of Atlanta. For one, we going to pray right in front of the court building, and I'm going to go up in there, and we already know he's a racist. And you know what else this man did that was illegal? Everything about the way he conducted himself on that stand as a judge, he literally got all of my transcripts and my court documents sealed. What does that mean? I fucked up. My conduct was unprofessional. I was abusive with my power, and everything that I said and the way I conducted myself as a judge on the bench, a sitting judge on the bench, The way he conducted himself, he didn't want nobody to see that shit. So he got the case sealed illegally. Why is it illegal? In Atlanta, Georgia, if a case gets sealed, it needs to be a request from my attorney or her attorneys, and after they make the request to seal the case, then we actually have to go in for a hearing and present why we want the case to be sealed to the judge, and then the judge is supposed to either say yes or no to it. This judge, and his name again, is Judge Kevin M. Farmer. This man is a racist. This man abused his power. This man is a sitting judge in the city of Atlanta in Fulton County Supreme Court. And he referred to my ex-wife and the mother of my child as a bitch. And then, here's the worst part. Without even having a court order, listen to this. Fathers, without even having a court order in place to determine how much my child support was supposed to be, I ended up giving Samantha monthly child support for my child in the midst of us arguing. And what I'm supposed to pay her was never determined by a judge. I just said, I'm going to go on and take care of business anyway. I don't know why you left me. We're going to get to the bottom of that one day. But in the midst of it all, you still have my daughter, our daughter, and I want you to be able to take care of her. And she was only 1 year old at the time, and I want to send you more than enough to meet the absolute needs of our child. Not you. You left me. So I'm not concerned about your life and lifestyle. You left our life and lifestyle. So whatever you end up doing, wherever you end up living, that's on you. That is no concern to me. I'm not doing alimony. I don't owe you nothing. You left me. That's it. So I want y'all to know that on Tuesday morning, I am scheduled to be back in the city of Atlanta, and I will be in the Fulton County Superior Court, 9:30 a.m. in the morning. I want all the black men, the Nation of Islam, the Fruit of Islam, all of the black fathers, all of the Christian fathers to meet me in front of the courthouse for a prayer on behalf of the family law court system that some way, somehow tends to lean in the favor of the other side. We are in jail. Our relationships with our daughters and our fathers have been compromised for many years. And I've been saying ever since the judge out here in LA granted my ex permission for a restraining order, and she took my daughter away from me for 100 days without no proof and evidence that I ever did anything that she accused me of. And then when I finally won and had 100% exonerated, nothing that I was accused of stuck. Not only did I get custody of my daughter back, but they had monitored visits. They had somebody at my house monitoring our visitation and interaction between me and my daughter after they took my daughter away from me for 100 days. Don't you think the monitor visits need to be over there to the person who accused me of some shit I didn't do? Got it. So I said back then, and I'll say it again. It takes a George Floyd to change the law. It takes a Tyrese to be vocal and outspoken about real shit.